Once you've found a product that has sales demand on Amazon and you're thinking of selling your own version of it, the first step that you'll need to take is to reach out to manufacturers so that you can learn more about whether an idea that you've got is actually feasible and the costs involved. If you're new to the world of Amazon FBA, then this step alone, it might seem quite overwhelming. So in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through the exact process to follow if you want to find and then contact the best suppliers of your chosen product. And I'll also include some suggested questions that should help you get the information that you need out of the supplier as quickly as possible. In the olden days, sourcing and contacting suppliers used to be pretty difficult, and it often relied on pre-existing relationships. But thanks to the power of the internet, contacting suppliers has never been easier or quicker, with the most common websites to find these guys being Alibaba, DHgate, and IndiaMart. Alibaba is the biggest source of manufacturers out there, with over 100,000 suppliers, predominantly based in China and the Far East, all registered on the site, ready and waiting to be contacted by you. Because it's such a big marketplace that has never let me down when it comes to sourcing a supplier of any product that I want to sell, it's top of the list of all the sites that I've used and recommend, so I'd highly encourage you to try it out. So as soon as you find a product that you may want to sell on Amazon and you've confirmed that it's got sales demand using Helium-10, you're going to need to make contact with suppliers in order to see whether it's going to be profitable to sell. The quickest way of finding the best suppliers is by running Helium-10's X-ray tool and then pressing the Find Suppliers button. You can then filter suppliers by their price, minimum order quantity, and the country that they're from. And if you like what you see and you want to make contact, just click their name to load up their listing, and you'll be able to browse what they're selling in a bit more detail before sending them a message. If you don't have Helium-10 or you want to search for suppliers using the old school method, just head to alibaba.com, type in the product that you want to sell, and then browse the results as soon as they load. Once you've looked through your list of suppliers, you're going to need to choose at least 5 of them that you can go on to message, and that's so that you can get an idea of costs and what's possible when it comes to adding your own branding onto the product. Ideally, suppliers that you message should have a verified or gold badge next to their name, and that means that they've passed Alibaba's own manufacturer requirements. Contacting suppliers on Alibaba is actually really straightforward, and you can either choose to send a customized and personal message to each supplier individually, or you can do it in bulk, which is going to save you a ton of time, but it won't contain personal items such as the supplier's name or any details that are specific to the factory that you're looking to message. To message a supplier individually, simply click into their listing and then press the Contact Supplier button. And there you can insert whatever it is that you want to ask them. If you want to save yourself a bit of time though and message all the suppliers in bulk, from the Alibaba search result page, just tick the compare box for each supplier that you want to message. And once you've done that, press the Contact Supplier button right at the bottom, paste your message into the detailed requirements box, and then hit send. A huge time-saving hack right for you guys there. When contacting suppliers for the first time, try to get as much information out of them from your initial message so that there's no back and forth or misunderstandings, which could result in you wasting a load of time and missing out on the selling opportunity. Generally speaking, questions that you should be asking should be related to how much it's going to cost you to get your product manufactured, how experienced they are when it comes to making the product and then shipping it to the country that you want to sell in, and whether they're prepared to add your own branding to the product if you only want to order a couple of 100 units. I've put the type of questions that I typically ask on the screen now, which you can write down and then send to at least 5 suppliers that you like the look of. After you've started messaging suppliers that you want to buy products from, you should expect to hear back from them within 2 to 3 days. When assessing each supplier that responds back to you, don't just judge them based on the price that they're willing to charge. A supplier that has good communication skills, is responsive and actually understands what it is that you want to sell is going to be way more valuable to you than one that charges a lower price but takes ages to reply and can't speak a word of the Queen's English. In my experience, the cheapest suppliers are usually the least reliable and have the worst quality products, which leads to bad reviews, refunds, and you not making any profit. Once you find a supplier that has got good communication skills and seems to offer a sensible price, that's when you can then move to the next stage, where you're going to be assessing your product's profitability, your ability to differentiate, as well as the quality of the product sample that you'll soon be ordering. So that's the process of finding and then messaging the best suppliers for pretty much any product that you could want to sell. Regardless of whether you've already found a product that you like the look of, I recommend that you start to message suppliers anyway, just so that you can get used to the process and get an idea of the level of English and communication skills that you should expect. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any of your own requests, put them down in the comment section. Have a good week, and I will see you next time.